Okay, so today we are going through packing your bags for the hospital. We're going to do both a diaper bag and a personal U bag. Because I know that's what I did. I think that's what you did. So, and I know I needed at least something to let me know what I needed to pack.
Yeah.
Especially as the first time on.
Oh yeah. I definitely was on Pinterest looking for that checklist of what you need. So this is what we packed, so hopefully this will help you expecting mothers.
So first we'll start with, I guess, the bottom of the bag. Most diaper bags will come with some kind of something you can lay down on surfaces to change your baby. Of course you'll need wipes, whatever kind you prefer. And then the hospital does provide diapers. Like we said in the other diaper video, it's usually Pampers Swaddlers. But you can bring whatever kind you prefer.
And the hospital usually provides size 1, just because a lot of babies are born larger and can't fit into the newborn. So if you do know the size of your baby, you may want to pack newborn size diapers just in case, but the hospital will provide size 1 for you. I packed a photo outfit for my daughter because the hospital does do newborn photos, so I packed that for her. I also packed a backup outfit just because I didn't know what to expect as far as spitting up or accidents or anything like that.
I still pack an extra outfit.
Oh, I always have an extra outfit, and a lot of the times you do need it, so don't forget it. And then I packed a going home outfit. It's important to dress your baby according to the weather outside, especially when they're newborn. You want to make sure that they're warm and wrapped up. They have, a blanket and a long outfit that's really warm for them. So that's what I packed my daughter.
And then you will need, no matter what people say, spit up cloths. And I like this size better than the ones that come.
This is actually the cloth diapers.
Yeah,
they're
and
the
I
best
like this
for cloth.
best for that, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And then if you want to do passy, I know some breastfeeding moms are absolutely no. But we did it because my baby really liked passy.
Yeah.
So we packed it no matter what anyway.
Yeah.
And the hospital will provide a passy if you don't have one. And that's, again, if you want that.
And then you always want to make sure that you have a blanket. So this is just a receiving blanket. If you do have swaddles, you can pack your own swaddles. They do sell those now. I packed my daughter one. And then if you're planning on formula feeding, you'll want to bring your baby bottles. Now the hospital will provide the bottles for you and the formula, but if you want your baby to be on a specific type of bottle, make sure that you do bring that with you.
What you got there? Okay, so now we're going to do the personal bag, and this is probably, to me, almost more important than the diaper bag.
Oh yes.
Because it's what you will need, and your spouse or significant other also. So I started with picking out outfits. I brought me an outfit and my husband an outfit, and you'll probably want at least 2 outfits. Here are some nursing bras. If you are planning on doing that, you'll want to make sure you do bring at least 1. 2's nicer.
Yeah.
But this one has the clips on it where you unhook it in the front and it pulls down, and then you can nurse, and then you just clip it back.
And this one is just kind of like a sports bra, but it just pulls down to the side. I brought 2 with me just in case I didn't know if there would be any leaks or anything like that, so I did bring an extra one. Very important to have if you do plan on breastfeeding.
And then also, this is something I packed, and did you also?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With slippers, because I know hospitals are pretty sterile, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like I needed something on my feet all the time.
Yeah.
So, and to keep your feet warm, because sometimes they can be cold. Yes. And then also snacks, different things that you and your husband or spouse or whoever you're with might like to eat.
I packed a robe. When you're in labor, you're wearing that hospital gown, or you can pack a gown of your own. I know a lot of people are doing that now, bringing their own personalized gowns. I had just a regular hospital gown, but I did wear this because the back is open. So everybody that was in the labor and delivery room, my family, I made sure that I had that on so I wasn't showing them my backside.
And something you will most definitely need are pads.
Yes.
The hospital will provide you with some if you don't remember to bring them. But I know I needed like super maxi heavy duty pads because after birth is...
Make sure you get the biggest pads you possibly can. I know that sounds awful, but really do. And a couple of things that I actually don't have here is because, and I don't have them in my house anymore. I know the hospital gives you like that pain relief foam that you're supposed to spray onto the like hemorrhoid pad. Make sure you have extras of those
Before you leave the hospital, ask for them. That's what I did. And then I know I ended up, because I had a pretty bad episiotomy.
I did too.
Having to get some more of the pads later. I ended up using all of them from the hospital. But the cream itself, or mine was a cream.
Mine was a foam. Yeah, they told me to spray it on top of the pad and then place it on top of my pad. It helps tremendously. So make sure those are two items that you really think about getting before. You may have to get them after.
And then if you do plan on nursing, one thing, of course it probably won't fit in the bag, is the boppy. Or some other kind like that. I used it even not nursing, just to hold sometimes, because it's good extra arm support. Especially if you're a new mom, you're not used to always having to hold something in your arms.
You do get used to it, but when you're struggling and trying to nurse for those first few days, it is awesome to have the extra support of the boppy. So bringing it with you to the hospital is awesome, but I would recommend every mom to register for this and try to get this at their showers.
Then also, and that probably won't fit in the bag, but it has its own, so is a breast pump. And you may or may not need that actually in the hospital, but if for some reason the baby needs to stay like with jaundice or something, then you'll have to pump.
It's really good to go ahead and have a breast pump, just be able to establish your milk supply. I know that I wasn't that fortunate to be able to have my breast pump early on, and it kind of hurt me in the long run. So make sure that you do have this, and you do bring it to the hospital just in case anything happens where you have to stay long term in the hospital.
And then one thing, and I know I heard it on like over and over, that if it hurts while you're breastfeeding, there's something wrong, but that is not true. When you are first starting to breastfeed, it will hurt because your body's not used to that. So one thing you'll definitely want is some nipple cream, because it will help with ease that pain a little bit.
I also used, they also make gel pads. I don't have any of those either, but those were the best relief I think I've ever had while I was nursing. It's kind of like an absorbent pad that you use while you're nursing so you don't leak through, but it's gel on the other side, so it just gives you that soothing, like medicated feel. But make sure you pack a ton of these,
especially if they're disposable. I got I can't remember what brand.
I know what you're talking
they were
about.
washable, but on the other side, they were like a knitted, kind of like, if you know what Frog Togs is, it was waterproof. And you could wash them like every day. And I had several pairs of those so that I didn't have to worry about washing clothes all the time. But those are very handy to have reusable, because that can be quite an expense.
Yes,
it is with getting
and
into
remember, we had those plastic ones too that just kind of popped over.
And they worked really good, especially for a while. They kind of lost their sticky after a little bit.
And then I started to leak through.
But they worked really good too.
Now, if you don't plan on breastfeeding, which is perfectly fine, formula. You'll need to bring formula, like we said in the other video. The hospital does provide formula, but if you want to bring your own, I would recommend it if you're planning on formula feeding. My daughter was on soy recently, and she just turned a year old, so we just got her off of it. But I think they usually start them on Gerber Good Start Gentle is like the most common formula.
That is the most common. I think occasionally you might see Similac as another one for the hospitals. Because I actually think at my hospital I had a little care pack they gave me of formula, and I'm pretty sure that was Similac in that.
Oh, okay. So. I know that at Blunt Memorial they had the jars like of Gerber Good Start. So, but camera for memories. It's something that you cannot forget. This is amazing just to remember the time that you went through with you and your husband as you were delivering your baby, and then those first moments with your baby. Just to have a photo of that or a video is perfect. And you want to make sure that you bring this because you can't get those moments back. So.
And then something you definitely don't want to forget, because I'm sure you will be texting and calling a ton of people, is your phone charger. And for that matter, a camera charger. Make sure you have that, because if you keep snapping a ton of pictures, it'll probably die. So those are definitely important.
And then you can bring your iPad or whatever. We have a Kindle, and I brought it for my husband just to have entertainment before, you know, I started into heavy onset labor and stuff like that. So it was a good thing to have, to just have something to do while you're in the hospital. So I know you went in the night before to get induced, so this would have been awesome to have for entertainment. But this is your
personal bag.
Yes.